Hey gang, in today's episode, we're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves.
Learn about the history of sports cards. And of course, at the end, we're going to be ripping a pack.
All right, so stick around. Let's go.
My name is Alice. I'm 8 years old. I play soccer and basketball, and these are my two favorite cards. My name is Oliver. I'm 10 years old. I'm into gaming and coding, and this is my favorite card.
My name is Brad. I'm the dad. I've been collecting cards since I was my kid's age, and this is my favorite current card. All right, hey guys. Welcome into our first episode of Pack to the Future. We're very excited to get rolling. We're going to start today by talking about the history of sports cards. So sports cards have been around probably a lot longer than you're thinking. They've been around since the 1860s or 70s were like the first sports cards. The first recognized set of sports cards was in 1886, 1887. It's called the Old Judge cigarette packs. They made cigarettes and they put sports cards in their cigarette packs as like a promotional item. Cigarettes are bad, kids. The first big sports card set was in 1909 to 1911. It was called the T206 set. The most famous card from that set was the Honus Wagner card, because Honus Wagner, who played for the Pittsburgh Pirates, didn't like his image being used to promote cigarettes. He had them pull his card out of the pack. There's only 30 or 40 good ones that exist in the world today. The Honus Wagner card was actually the first sports card that sold for $1 million. Somebody bought it for like 1.2 million or something like that in the year 2000. The person who bought it was Wayne Gretzky, the famous hockey player. Then in the 1920s and the 1930s, it shifted from cigarette packs to candy and gum companies started putting the cards in their packs.
And then the sports cards and gum switched, because then
That's right.
started being, we found gum and sports cards. One pack where we opened this one pack where there was gum.
Yeah, we have some that we'll be opening in this series.
So they switch.
Yep. First widely distributed set with chewing gum was made by the Gowdy Gum Company in 1933. The most famous card in that pack was the Babe Ruth card. We don't have a Babe Ruth card. We would be much wealthier if we did. But we have a Lloyd Wayner card here from that set. This is an original card from 1933. It's a little dinged up.
That's a lot dinged up, the corner.
It's true. That's how I was able to afford this card. If it was in perfect condition, it would be very, very pricey. Lloyd Wayner played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Actually, so did his brother, Paul Wayner. They're both in the Hall of Fame. They have the coolest nicknames of all time: Little Poison and Big Poison. Not too many cards were made in the 1940s. Any guesses why?
Because of the World War II.
That's exactly right, actually. Yeah, there was paper rationing in World War II, so they didn't waste it on things like non-essential, trading cards. So there was not many sports cards in the 1940s. In 1948, they started making cards again, but it became really popular in the 1950s with Topps trading cards.
There's like the most famous trading card company.
The next huge popular set was in 1952 Topps that had one of the most famous cards, a Mickey Mantle 1952 card. A lot of people in the 1950s, this hurts my heart to say it, but they used their sports cards, they put them in their bike spokes, like of their bicycle tires, and they would make this flop, 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 flop sound as people rode their bikes, but it would destroy the cards. A lot of people, their parents didn't see the value in sports cards, so when the kids left home, their parents threw their sports cards away.
What?
In the 1960s and 70s, it became even more popular. The card companies focused on big players. So Roberto Clemente, if you've heard of Roberto Clemente, this is actually his jersey I'm wearing. He was a huge player. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a huge player.
Why are they making the cards so big?
Yeah, the basketball cards, yeah, because they're tall players, they're tall cards. And in hockey, Wayne Gretzky, all of these became household names, and that's when the trading card company really, trading card industry really exploded.
Wait, but then how do you have all those good cards?
Well, these are some of my better cards.
No, but they exploded.
Oh, that's a dad joke. So that was the start of trading cards. That takes us up to the junk wax era, which we'll tackle in the next episode. All right, well, let's rip a pack. We're going to rip a blaster box of 2025 Topps Heritage. This is an example from this set of cards. It is styled to look like a 1976 Topps card. So you can see these cards are basically identical looking. This is an actual card from 1976. This is an actual card from 2025, but they look the same.
Even the backs look the same. Look at the back.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, show them the backs.
So what we're looking for, we want to get some good rookies. This is a good one named Roki Sasaki. We want these parallel cards that look a little bit different, that are chrome. We can get a relic card. This one has a jersey and a bat and a jersey in it.
This is really cool. There's a piece of a bat and a jersey.
Or we can get a parallel that is numbered. So here's the base card of Roki Sasaki, and here's the parallel that is numbered to 150.
It's blue.
And it's blue. So this one is worth, I don't know, $1 or $2. This one is worth, the last 4 cards that sold on eBay for this one were $50, $60, $80, and $200. So this is somewhere in between there. All right, let's get to ripping. All right, Topps 2025 Heritage Baseball. There's 8 packs, 8 cards per pack. That is 64 total cards. Let's see if we can't get something good. All right, off the bat, we have a Hank Aaron All-Time All-Stars. These cards are pretty cool. They're like old throwback insert. Another one. Ooh, almost back to back. That's odd. And a chrome Nathaniel Lowe. Hey, and we ending with a Bradley.
That's your name.
That is my name. Ooh, pink sparkle Cody Bellinger.
You like glitter and you don't like glitter.
I do not like glitter. No, but that's a pretty cool card. Chase Young, good rookie. Luis Gill. Matt McClain.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's on our fantasy baseball team. Ooh, we got a backwards card.
Wait.
And Carlos Stanton. Let's see. Ooh. Luis Angel Acuna, shortstop for the Mets. Great rookie to have. This is a 25th anniversary Heritage card. It's like a fake autograph they print the autograph on, so worth a few bucks, but pretty cool. He has a lot of potential. Ronald Acuna's brother. All right, we got, starting with a lot of base, we have another all-time All-Stars, Mickey Mantle. There was a Cody Bellinger base card and a Yamamoto. That's a good Dodger. Okay, we've got a batting leaders green back.
Bobby Witt,
Is it green?
Vladimir, and
Yeah, Spencer Schwellenbach, good rookie. Bunch of base to end this pack. Oh, and we
another one.
4 in 1 blaster box. That's kind of weird, but yeah, Willie Mays, maybe the best all-time player. Starting this pack out with Juan Soto. Went from one New York team to the other. We have a chrome Nick Castellanos. Oh, and pink sparkle.
It should be a red sparkle. That player's on the Red Sox.
That's true. That's
Diamondbacks. Isn't that?
Ooh,
Wait, that should be made of diamond.
I wish.
I see a shiny one, and I see the shiny.
Corbin Burns.
Heard of him?
Yeah, he's on our fantasy team. But there's Luis Angel, not the same player as we get back, but that is the base version of it. Still a good play. And an Ellie De La Cruz crank card. Ellie's one of the best players in the league. He's actually right there. That is why he's one of the best players. He's a stolen base leader. He's super fast.
67.
Yep. Second place, 59.
Okay.
Ohtani.
No, hey, Ohtani.
So yeah, that is one of the cooler cards of the set. Not a rookie or anything, but still cool. Annual classe. Taj Bradley, another Bradley. Heavy on the Bradleys. Nico, that is your brother's name, yeah. All right. Gavin Sheets, greenback. Lamar Rocker's a good rookie. Oh, thank you. All right, Hunter Green. Francisco Liriano. That is, okay, ending with an Aaron Judge. Right?
Roland Door.
Yeah, you
Liriano.
That's a former Pirate. It's Francisco Lindor. Thank you. Yeah, that is like a image variation, but pretty cool. Worth $1 or $2. This Ellie De La Cruz is the fact that it's on chrome makes it pretty cool. But this is my favorite, the Luis Angel Acuna 25th anniversary. That's kind of our big hit. Yeah.
You have.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us in our very first episode. Episode 2 will be back in a week or two. Thanks for joining.